All right, good Sunday morning to you on this fine day. It's a beautiful day where I am. Welcome to the Gym of All Trades channel. Glad you are here. I just have just a little bit of time. I'm getting ready to go meet with my people at my church and want to just get you an update, talk about a couple things. First off, I want to invite you to the Litecoin swing trading community. We have a community of traders that are learning, as well as seasoned traders. We just get together, share charts, ideas. Everybody just gets along really well. We have no spam in this environment, and just a fantastic group. Invite you here on Facebook. It's a free group. Um, I post videos as well as charts and things like that that you won't get on this YouTube channel. So yeah, you're invited to that. Come on in. Just make sure you act like a great person. You know, be kind and share your knowledge if you have some. And if you don't have knowledge, just admit it, and that's okay. And ask all the questions you want. We'll do our best to answer. Then throw up a chart and see what you do. So that's what the group's for. I invite you around. Also, let's see. I want to just mention tonight we're going to go live at 9 o'clock Eastern time. 9 o'clock Eastern. That's 8 Central where I live, but I think most people measure by Eastern time, so it'll be 9 o'clock Eastern time. We'll be um, going live. We'll go live for maybe an hour and a half or so. I'll take chart requests. We'll be looking at altcoins as well as Litecoin and Bitcoin. Ask any questions you want. We can talk about potential trade setups as well as what Bitcoin and Litecoin appear to be doing at that time. All right. All right. Well, let's jump into the chart. We're going to look at Litecoin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. We'll start with Litecoin first, and then we'll go to Bitcoin next. Okay. I do want to also talk trade psychology with you as well. So hang on for that part of it. That'll be a big deal that we talk about. All right. Let's see. I'm on the 1 hour chart here on Litecoin. The large move that I've been. It's a couple things that this could be. Okay. Understand a couple things that this could be. Number one, and to be honest with you, there's probably a couple more things that I'm going to tell you that it could be, but some of the things that I've been digging into. First off, we have potential for this is just an ABC reversal. That's what I've been counting it as. That looks like 5 waves to the upside right there. Okay, an A, there's a B, and we should have a C coming up here at least at the 112 or 113 mark, possibly up to the 121 mark, the 1276. Okay, that's a possibility. It is even possible for it to be an ABC and to come up here to 130 range. It just doesn't look like it's doing it, but it could be. All right. Secondly, so that's a possibility. That means we've got a 1-2 wave, basically, of so 1-2 of the third wave. Okay, um, that's a potential. That is a potential for sure. That means what we're forming right now is uh, looks to have gone pretty high. So looks like it's going to be a 1-2 wave of a third. Okay, now it's a possibility. I can't guarantee that. The other possibility is that this could actually be a reversal, and this is actually a big 1-2, 1-2 wave, and that means we're starting the 1-2 of the third wave. That is also a possibility. I want you to understand that. So we could be going up for ABC. What are the implications of that? Well, let's zoom out, big time frame, and just let me show you. Pay no attention to the stuff on the right. It's where I've done some teaching on other videos, and I haven't deleted it. Um, so here's 5 completed waves. We've got our A wave down here. This ABC would be a B wave, basically, just a large B. So we'd be looking at something like this, um, either an ABC or WXY, however you want to label it. We'd be looking to come down here somewhere in the $50 to $60 range, if this plays out. Okay, that's a possibility. If it's not, then what we're looking at is a vertical move, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. That's what we'd be looking for if this is a 3 wave. There's a possibility that this isn't the 5, that this would be the 5, this would be the 3, and that would be not 0. That would be 4. There it is. So I mean, that's an alternate count. That is a possibility I want you to be aware of. So this would be basically one, two, big three, extended three, four, and then we're going up for five. Ethereum, the chart for Ethereum kind of supports this. Let me just take a minute and look at Ethereum with you right now, just to talk about that. As you look at the daily on Ethereum, uh, you you see that Ethereum didn't break this channel at the bottom. Okay, this measures very correctively and beautiful ABC. It's just a beautiful ABC. It's got five waves to the downside. It measures to the 1276. When I say five waves, I mean five waves in the C. So you got an A, a B, and a C. Everything measures right. This is the right amount of waves. It looks gorgeous, to be honest with you, from a perspective, this deep perspective, which tells me that we could be going up here to the $480 range, possibly. I don't know. We could make the. We'll see. I don't know how high. Let me just throw the fibs on here and see what kind of high we could make here. 360. That would be one-to-one extension would be for 406. That makes more sense. Excuse me, 466. That makes more sense with this chart. So I don't know. I don't know. With Ethereum, again, we could still see something like this. This simply could be an A wave followed by a B, followed by a C. Actually, if it's not labeled right, I don't really care about the labels a whole lot. W, X, Y, that would be ABC, ABC, ABC. So, we could be coming up here back to the structure zone here, about 280 to 320 in that range. So we'll have to wait and see what plays out. Okay, have to wait and see what plays out. Worst case scenario, and really, really, really bearish case scenario is that this is just a 1 2, a really truncated 3. We got a 4 wave. It's already been put in, and it's a really short 4, and we're actually going to come down from here uh, to make 5. Now I'm not seeing that in the wave patterns, okay, but anything's possible. Anything's possible in this world. Okay. All right. So let's go back to Litecoin and just understand those are the two possibilities. We got a bull possibility of a fifth wave, and then we'd be coming down for a major correction later on in the year, um, or uh, or we have an ABC to the upside and then more downside to come later on in the year. Either way, I'm seeing downside later on in the year. So let's just try to look and see in the current waves what we've got going on. This is the 15-minute chart. We probably need to go to the hour chart just to kind of see here. There we go. So I'm digging into this being at least an AB. So being an AB, we've got a, B, and this is C or WXY. We're either looking five waves to the upside, okay, or we're looking for um, an ABC to the upside. Let's see what the fibs do if it's an ABC, if there's any confluence with my other targets. Yeah, I mean, an ABC would put us at 113, 114, which is confluent with this target zone. So that's a possibility. This might be a five wave completion. Uh, Basically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A wave. This is a B wave coming down, and now we're heading up for a C wave, which is going to be five waves to the upside, which should come up here to the 113 mark. That's a strong possibility for basically a WX and a Y X wave. We could go on up here to the. We could also come up here to the 1618 area of this extension, which is about 130. So we have targets of anywhere from 112 to 130 in that ballpark. You say, Jim, that's such a wide range. How does that help you? Well, I think the direction is up, so that helps, number one. So we can enter a trade here fairly confidently. Number two, we can know that we have some targets here. We can start, as waves are formed, we can start making better projections and seeing what kind of waves are formed, so we can be prepared for the different possibilities, and we'll know better. We'll have better targets as those waves get made along the way. Okay, so there we go. Still looking upside. Let's just look at the 15-minute now. You can see this channel that's being made. I'm not sure if we have another push to the downside before we go up, or it's going up from here. It looks reversalish here. This looks very WXY-ish right there. This is a tall wave. It's already kind of come back into the structure. It looks like to me it's reversing. So if you're in a trade, it looks pretty decent for a trade. Still have a possibility to come on down to this trend line before we go up. We could just be going up to this trend, this channel, and then coming back down. So understand that. But this looks like ABC. Let's see. Let's just throw the fibs on that guy and see what we get. Yeah, I mean, there's there. This is WXY. Let me see what. Let me see what this fib shows. What we do is we measure the waves. Yeah, we didn't. We only came down to the 1276. So I mean, this could still be an ABC. We got A, B, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4 did not breach the one, and then 5 an extended weird fifth. That's such an odd wave shape. You can see why we thought that. I mean, things should have been reversed here, with as deep as this was, and it came also almost to the 1276. That's market maker shenanigans, is what that is. So we still could have a. Excuse me. We still could have a. Um, Sorry about that. My child was in here trying to get her dog. So anyway, this could just be a 4 wave and then followed by a 5 wave here. We didn't breach the area of the one, or we just wicked into it. So I don't know. That's a tough one to call there. But the current wave that we have, um, I'll show you the argument here for more downside, is that we wicked into the 1618, but that's all we did. We only wicked. But man, it was such a deep wave. But we did come back down. The body of the candles are here, the 1276. So there is a possibility that this comes down. So here's what I would suggest that you do: watch this wave. If this continues up to the 1618, that's a high likelihood that that's a 3 wave. Should expect a 4 wave and then a 5 wave. Followed by a 2 wave. So basically, what that would be is we would see something like this. If you get a push up to the 1618 extension, something like this. Okay, it could go higher or whatever, and then we should expect a pullback, um, a nice 3 wave pullback like so, and there is the most ideal entry point for a trade if we get that, because then we have perfect knowledge that that's exactly what's going to happen. Then we can trade with confidence. So notice that would put us, this down move puts us on the August 5th, which is tomorrow is the halving, so that would give us a down move. So we get an up move today, which might make some sense before the halving, and then once the halving happens, again, then we get another down move, and then everybody's thinking down, down, down because of the halving. I'm just thinking psychology here with you and how news relates to psychology, and then everybody finds out really the next day that we're heading up, and yeah. I mean, that's a possibility right there. Um, Now, whether that happens or not, I don't know. But there's a possibility from an Elliott Wave perspective of what could be happening. What also might be happening? Well, what also might be happening is, and I'm being pretty thorough with this one today. I'm not going to be as thorough with Bitcoin and Litecoin. I mean, with Ethereum, I already covered Ethereum, but I will cover Bitcoin in just a second. So hang on with me. So yeah, this could be a WX and then a Y wave. Um, which is going to be A, B, and C as well. So this is a B wave. So we're going to get 5 waves to the downside. So we might be heading down here. So that's another possibility, and that's a strong likelihood as well. So the tail will be told if you make any more higher highs from this wave, then we're going up. But if we don't make on this wave another higher high, high likelihood of making a lower low, coming down to $87 to $85. Notice that wouldn't break this low, and that would keep us in a 1-2 or an A-B, and we'd still be out going up for C, most likely. So there's our projections. We'll have to wait and see. So what's the invalidation and what's the criteria? If we continue to make a higher high here from this area, then you have good reason to believe you're heading up. Okay, so watch this 1618 fib level. Say, what is that level? People on your phones, you want to know that, don't you? The 1618 is at 94.04. So if we get up to about 94 and we close above $94 on this wave, then we're looking really, really good to the upside. Okay, all right. There's my projection for Litecoin. Let's just take a look at Bitcoin really quickly. Bitcoin didn't quite. Let me zoom out so you can see it. Bitcoin didn't really hit my. Sorry. Let's see if we can. There we go. Bitcoin didn't really hit my upside target of the 2618, but it came really, really close. Yeah, and it just kind of folded over. Bitcoin is looking very downside-ish. It's looking like it's going to head to the downside. Maybe. We'll have to see. No, maybe not. I don't know. It just depends on what this is. If this is ABC-ish or if this is heading up for another wave. It's just not moving up as fast as I would like to see it. But it is moving up. But looks more like ABC. So it could be making something like this. Yeah, we could be coming up here to 10,800 to 10,880. So it could be doing basically this here. A, B, and then C, and we'll see our C should hit the target down here somewhere. Target down here in my box is this structure area. Looks like we got 10,400 to 10,200. That 10,166 is the top of this wave here. That's kind of what I'm looking at as well. All right, well, there's your updates. That's kind of what I'm looking at here today. We could have some more upside. We might actually come up in here and hit that 11,000 mark that I was looking at yesterday. So be aware that that's a possibility. We could come and hit that 11,000 before we come down and make this correction. But it's looking more like we need to come down. So we'll have to wait and see what that wave gives us. Well, until tonight, well, let's look and see what happens. We'll try to do a live stream late in the evening around 9 p.m. Eastern time. All right, you guys have a fantastic evening, and we'll talk to you. Yeah, why am I clicking there? Yeah, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.